Lanikia, and you're watching What Happened on the Soaps. This is Friday, yay! July the 15th, 2022. And we're going to get right into this on a scale of 1 to 10. Y'all know how we do it. I'm going to give this one, you know what, certain parts of this story I really understood. I'm going to give it an 8. It was solid to me. All right, so we start off by seeing Drew goes in to see Carly, and she is packing up. Today has been her last day, so I'm guessing they're trying to tell us a few days have went along, even though we know Carly said, I'll be out the end of the week. And we know that the fireworks show was the other day, and then the next day was Trina's trial, but they're acting like it's been a few days with Carly, so I'm gonna roll with it. So Carly has packed up and everything, and so we're seeing that she is done and she is ready to go. So with that being said, Drew comes in to see her, and he said, so you didn't change your mind? And she said, nope, I would never take anything from Nina. So, this is it. And she said, he was like, I'm here to help. And she said, I hired movers or whatever. Cause I mean, like, I think she lost Metro Court, but she's not broke. You know what I mean? she's not wondering how she's going to pay her bills broke. Um, so anyways, Carly is just like, I'm cool, Drew. Thank you so much for stopping by, but I'm good. And so she starts packing up all her stuff. The movers are coming. She and Drew talk just about, it was nothing important, just about her, what she's gonna do next. She doesn't know, and she's gonna miss being at the Metro Court. So then we see downstairs is Nina and Olivia. So Nina and Olivia going at it because Nina has well, I own half of the Metro Court. I tried to give it to Carla, she didn't want it, so I'm gonna be the partner. And so Olivia, one of the young ladies told Olivia that Nina was asking questions, and Nina said, "Why are you bothering?" Olivia was like, "Why are you bothering people?" And she said, "This is my hotel." And Nina said, "No, it's ours. It's yours, mine, and ours. It's our hotel. I own half of it. It's my half of it, or whatever. You just gonna have to work with me." And Olivia says, "Well, I'll buy it off of you. I'll buy what you pay for it, and then 3%." And she said, "Okay, I'll buy what you pay for it, and then 5%, but that's my final offer." And Nina says, "My half of the hotel is not for sale." And so then Sonny comes in and he says, "Why not? Mind your business, Sonny. This ain't got nothing to do with you." So anyway, so he says, "Why not, Nina? Why wouldn't you buy let Olivia buy the half of the hotel?" And so Olivia goes on, and I'm not gonna hold you long because Olivia wasn't much to this storyline. Anyways, they just had it on here so Sonny could come in. So she goes on about her business or whatever, and she is so sad that she has to work with Nina. And she lets Nina know, "You will never be my partner." And Nina was like, "You could say that in words, but in actions, I'm your partner." So, anyways, um, we see that Olivia, when Olivia leaves, Sonny is he all up on Nina, like, why wouldn't you get this hotel away? It seems like you're just doing this to mess with Carly, and he just is going off on Nina, going in on her and everything. And she just like, "Sonny, you need to leave me alone because I didn't do anything wrong here. I tried to give the hotel back to Carly. She didn't want it. So I'm not doing anything wrong, and you're not gonna make me feel like I'm doing anything wrong." And he's just like, wouldn't it be less stress if you could sell it to somebody, And so she tells him, "I have to have power and stuff. Money is power, and power is power, and I need to have influence, and I need to build my own little, wealth and all that kind of stuff for Wiley when he gets older." He said, "Are you really about Wiley, and are you just being wanting to stick it to Carly?" She said, "I can't believe you that petty." And she said and the truth be told, you said, oh, I'm sorry, you said it was Carly that told you that it was 3 people in this relationship. And I'm starting to believe Carly was right, because everything is about, she said, "You're more concerned about Carly than you are about me." Now, Nina has every right to feel this way. Stop it. Stop it. I know y'all don't like Nina, but she has every right to feel this way, because if you telling me that you want to be with me and you want a future with me, then what you worried about Carly for then? What are you worried about how this is going to make Carly feel? You should be concerned about, if I tell you I'm doing this because I want to build a legacy for my grandchildren or whatever, why you not just taking my word for it? I mean, if we're supposed to be dating and all that kind of stuff, why do I have to explain everything to you? And so, yes, Nita, if you're gonna be with Sonny, Carly's gonna always be in the equation. So think carefully. So then we see Drew and Carly come down because Olivia had went up or whatever, and she gave her a nice they gave her a nice bouquet of flowers. And so Drew takes it for her, and Carly, before she goes down, she takes her name tag off the door and everything. And she said she didn't want a big fanfare because the staff is gonna miss her or whatever. But she said, I got myself into this mess. I'm going to get myself out of it. I don't want a big fanfare or anything like that. So she's leaving out the Metro Court, right? And then Carly stops and she pauses and she thinks about when Harmony told her about Nina being the person that's Willow's daughter, that, about Nina being Willow's mother. So she thinks about that, and Sonny says, "Are you okay?" And she says, "I'm okay. I have my family." And I said, "See, Carly, that's why I don't care that you lost the Metro Court, because that was a bitchy thing to do. That was a bitchy thing to say. I'm sorry." She didn't have to say that. She knows exactly what she's doing when she said that, and that's why I don't care that she lost the Metro Court. And I actually do like Carly, but she does stuff like that makes me not like her. Like, that's the kind of stuff that you do that annoys me and makes me not like you. And it was a few people I stopped liking in this episode today, but I like y'all again Monday, so don't worry about it. Anyways, we see Jocelyn and Trina talk, and Jocelyn is just like, you need to tell what's going on. But Portia comes in, as she did yesterday, and they say, oh, nothing. We're just thinking about all the ways that we can help Trina, with her trial. And they said, okay, so they go outside to talk or whatever. And Jocelyn says, Trina, I'm telling. And Trina's like, no. And Trina was like, Jocelyn's just like, Trina, you need to tell them that Spencer was your alibi. And Trina says, why would I ruin his, that would mess up his life because he wasn't supposed to be out there. And then people would see that as, it could send him back to prison, to Pittenville or whatever. And Josh said, why do you care about him? He not thinking about you. He knows you in trouble. He knows you need somebody, you need that alibi or whatever. And he not thinking about you because they don't know that Spencer is working behind the scenes to try to help Trina or whatever. So they were like, he knows you're not thinking about, he's not thinking about you. He's not helping you or whatever. So why do you continue to help him? And Trina ain't got no answer for it. She just, she's just that type of person. That's just who she is or whatever. But she tells Josh, if the time comes, I will let them know that Spencer was my alibi. And Josh said, because I'm a tell. And she said, if it look like you losing this trial, baby, you can't hold me to this because I'm telling for you or whatever. And that was it with them, y'all. I love the teens. So then we see Portia and Aunt Stella. So Aunt Stella has come over and she wants to go to the trial. I'm not going to hold you long, but Portia tells her, no, you can't come to the trial because she don't need Aunt Stella getting worked up or getting sick or anything while they're at the trial. And so then Portia started confiding in Aunt Stella that she feels very like she didn't prepare Trina for the world. And she says, I'm sorry. Portia says exactly what I have been saying. As an African American, it is disturbing to watch Esme frame Trina for this crime. Now, is it a good storyline? Yes, but when you start thinking about the climate that we are in, and we've always been in, but we're in and everything, I don't like seeing that this young, pretty black girl is going intelligent and everything is going to end up having to go to trial and everything because of something that Esme has done because she was upset. And so she lied. And so Trina has to suffer the consequences because of Esme's lie. And Portia is exactly right. And Estelle was right. Josh and Cam are the victims. They are victims of what Esme did. However, the only person she made a criminal was Trina. And so it is disturbing to see this and play out and everything. And I don't want to see it where, oh, Trina's it gets off or whatever, and it's like, okay, we prove she didn't do it, but nothing happens to Esme. We see that enough in real life. I don't want to see that in the soaps. So anyways, as a so you know and so Stella is just there to support Portia, and she tells her, because Portia says, I didn't prepare enough. She said, look at the school she went to, look at the friends she has and everything. She didn't prepare her for what your life is going to be like as a black woman in this world. That's what Portia is feeling like she didn't prepare Trina for. And Aunt Stella said she's a strong woman and she's wise to this world. She gets it. And I feel like Trina does get it, because we've heard things that she says that let us know she does. But it still doesn't make you feel better knowing this is all happening. Let's move on. So then we see Laura runs into Nicholas and Spencer at the hospital, and she lets them know that her mother's home burned down or whatever. So she got to go take care of this. Y'all know this was Valentine and Victor who did this. Then she says, Nicholas, what were you gonna tell me about Esme and Kevin? He says, oh no, it's not important now, and he tells her he getting her help with a realtor and stuff for her family. And so then Spencer says, what is it about Esme? And he was like, she wants to be an intern at Shady Brook, I believe it's called. And he said, she didn't tell you about that? He said, there's a lot of things that Esme hasn't told me. So then Nicholas and them leave, but Laura says, promise me y'all gonna be still kind to each other. I said, man, this gonna be a mess when you come back, Laura. You gonna go there, go ahead and go, and come on back. Because Kevin said, and so Kevin wanted to go with her, but she says, no, I need you here because of Elizabeth. And because at first Laura was trying to talk herself out of going, but he said, Laura, you need to go. Kevin tells her. And so she said, well, just keep a watch on things. And Kevin says, I got it. And she said, but I feel like I shouldn't be going. And I said, please don't go, because this secret that Esme slept with Nicholas, all this stuff about to come out. The heads are about to roll, Laura. But she has to go because, you got to help your mama. So anyways, let's move on. So then we see Marshall and Curtis. They're still on the dock, child. And Ava comes up, and they tell Ava about, Oz going out there. And I said, y'all not, and she said, okay, I'll be back. I said, wait, why y'all not going with her? Why is Marshall and Curtis not going with her? I am confused by this. So they don't go with her. They stay on the docks or whatever. And so Ava goes down. Or whatever. And the whole time they're on the docks and stuff, the whole time that they're on the docks and everything, they're just talking about, mental health. And, Marshall tells a story about this man that was the best in the neighborhood. He was such a great guy. He would cut hair for free, and he would do that. He said, but then they started talking about he was touched. And so he said, and then people didn't want to be around him. I'm sorry about that, guys. People didn't want to be around him and everything because of his mental illness. And so Marshall says going to the being institutionalized actually helped him, because it made him see what his illness was, and he was able to get help, and now he's able to be around his family, and he's grateful for that. So then Curtis is like, what's taking Ava so long? So Ava calls them. I'm just going to tell y'all this part. Oz is gone. She said, there's another way off the island. She said, he was here, but there's another way off the island. And they said, Dad. And I said, yes, y'all been sitting there on that dock the whole time, wasting time. I don't understand it. Just like that whole Carly and Drew scene, a waste of time. Let's move on. So then Ava, she went to the Windermere. She tried to bust in on them, but it was too late because Avery had called Ava, so they was aware that Ava was outside. And so by the time Ava was able to get in the room, Esme was painting her toenails, and she said, you don't respect anybody's things, so why would you just be painting your toenails on there? And she said, I respect everything I touch of yours, Ava's. I always make sure you would never know. Trying to be like Nick, because Esme slept with Nicholas or whatever. I said, you disgust me. Like, y'all know I had been liking Esme, but I don't know, this episode and what she said about Trina, look here, look.
Favoring loyalty. Well, I'm counting on you to be as opportunistic as you are bitter. TikTok. Esme. Trial's about to start. So what's your number? Or shall I throw one out there to get the ball rolling? As someone who has lost their fair share of family, allow me to extend my condolences. You're about to lose Trina for 5 to 10 years. You
I ain't like that. I didn't like that. And so, Esme, I was like, girl, you evil and all, but I always thought, laughed about your evilness because it was funny at first. But now, and she plays her role so well. But now you went too far. It's like, I ain't here for that, girl. I might like you again Monday, but I didn't like that. And you went too far on that one. So then Ava tries to get it. Esme tries to tell her, I'll give you, you'll never have to worry about a place to stay for the rest of your life. All I need you to do is go ahead and confess that you did this to Trina and everything. And Esme is like, no, I'm not gonna confess to that. I'm not gonna do that. There's no amount of money that can make me do that and everything. And so she won't do it. And of course Esme saw Nicholas and sister coming in. She was like, there's no amount of money that could make me confess. You can't bribe me. And so Nicholas and Spencer are like, what's going on? So she then tells them that Ava trying to so then we see that Nicholas goes and talks to Ava in the hallway, and he says, I wish you wouldn't do that with don't let Esme upset you or whatever. She said it don't matter, she ain't gonna be here long, but she don't tell Nicholas what's going on. And then that's the end of them. And then Spencer and Esme talking. He says, what was going on? And she tells him, yeah, she was trying to bribe me for money and to get out. And he said, how much? And she said, there's no amount of money that would make me leave. And he said, yeah, because money ain't what you want, but I know what unlike Ava, I know what you want. And so then this happens.
Had a chance if she knew what you truly wanted. Like me.
And that is
What's something that you want more than anything else in the world? And only I can give it to you.
And I said, uh-oh, let's see if this works, Spencer. Because if it don't, you did all this and didn't do nothing with Trina. All right, guys, that was General Hospital today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you Monday for another episode. Please have a safe and blessed weekend. And I will see you Monday for another episode of What Happened on the Soaps General Hospital.